Let me ask you something. When was the last time you were in a busy restaurant and could follow the conversation at your own table, without straining, or watched television with your family at a volume that was comfortable for everyone? If it's been a while, I want you to know something. You are not alone. I've tested dozens of these so-called hearing aids you see online for under $200. And I want to be honest with you for a moment, most of them are deeply disappointing. They either squeal in your ear with feedback, or they simply make everything louder, not clearer. The clatter of a fork hitting a plate becomes just as loud as your partner's voice, leaving you just as frustrated as before. I was about to conclude that this entire under 200 category was not worth your time, until I tried this one, the Tamor TM6120 Mini Pro. And this little device, for under 200, didn't just work, it genuinely surprised me. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive review. Stay with me, because what I found could be very helpful for you or someone you love. The problem. Now, before we talk about solutions, let's take a moment to talk about something very important. The world of hearing aids can be incredibly frustrating. It often feels like you're faced with two terrible options. On one hand, you have prescription hearing aids that can traditionally cost $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000. And while the market is changing, with more affordable professional options becoming available, that first step can still feel like a staggering amount of money for many people. It can feel like you're being punished for something that is a natural part of life. On the other hand, you look at the budget online market, and it feels like the Wild West. You're left wondering if you're gambling your money on devices that are little more than cheap toys. They're often called sound amplifiers, and they do exactly that. They amplify everything, giving you no real clarity. You're left wondering if you have to choose between financial strain and complete frustration. If you've ever had to ask what over and over, or find yourself turning the TV volume way up just to follow the story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just want something that helps you hear the people and things you love, without breaking the bank. The one that surprised me. After testing so many devices that didn't help, I was skeptical. But the Tamor TM6120 Mini Pro kept appearing in my research with unusually positive reviews. So, I decided to give one last device in this price range a chance. And from the moment I started using it, I knew this was different. This isn't a simple amplifier, it's a genuine digital hearing aid with technology I'd expect to see in much more expensive devices. It's designed for people with mild to moderate hearing loss who need a clear boost, without the fuss and expense of a traditional clinic. It promised real digital processing, different sound modes, and a design so discreet no one would know you're wearing it. Now, it's very important to note that devices in this price category are generally not FDA approved as medical devices for treating hearing loss, but they can be a very effective first step. So, let's unbox it and see what you get. Section 1, Unboxing and First Impressions. Right away, the experience feels more considered than its price tag suggests. You open the box and are greeted by a sleek, modern charging case. It's small, fits in a pocket, and has a digital display on the front that shows the exact battery percentage of the case itself, a wonderful touch you rarely see at this price. Inside, the hearing aids themselves are held in magnetically. There's a red one for the right ear and a blue one for the left, which is a simple, brilliant design choice that removes any confusion. My first thought holding them was, wow, these are tiny. They weigh just 2 grams each, which is practically nothing. They are an in-the-ear, or IT, style, meaning the entire device sits inside your ear canal, making them incredibly discreet. Unless someone is looking directly into your ear, they are virtually invisible. The box also includes a USB-C charging cable, a cleaning brush, and a generous selection of 5 different sizes of soft silicone ear tips. This is critically important. A proper seal is everything for a hearing aid. It prevents sound from leaking out and causing that annoying whistling feedback, and it ensures the sound is channeled correctly. Finding the right fit took a minute of experimenting, but once I did, they felt secure and comfortable enough for all-day wear. Section 2. Key features in action. This is where the Tamor TM6120 really begins to separate itself from other budget devices. It's all about its 16-channel digital sound processing chip. Now, 16-channel DSP might sound like technical jargon, but what it means for you is that the device is smart. Instead of just making all sound louder, it can intelligently analyze sound, identify human speech, and enhance it while actively suppressing background noise. This is the core difference between a true hearing aid and a cheap amplifier. The device is controlled by a single, multifunction button on each unit. There is no app, no Bluetooth pairing, no complicated setup. You take them out of the case, and they automatically turn on. You put them back in, and they turn off and begin to charge. The controls are beautifully simple. A short press cycles through the 5 volume levels. A 3-second press switches between the different sound modes. A 5-second press will manually power the device on or off. It even has a memory function. After about 10 minutes, it will remember your last used volume and mode, so you don't have to reset it every time. Let's talk about those sound modes, because this is a standout feature. There are 3 professional modes. General mode. This is your everyday setting, perfect for watching TV or for conversations in a relatively quiet home. Noise reduction mode. This is the mode for challenging environments like restaurants, family gatherings, or busy cafes. The device uses its algorithms to specifically dampen background noise, while lifting the human voices you want to hear. Tinnitus masking mode. For anyone who deals with that persistent ringing in the ears, this mode is a revelation. It produces a gentle, soothing white noise that helps to mask the ringing, providing relief without interfering with your ability to hear. The battery life is also quite good. The company states you can get 16 to 24 hours of use on a single charge. In my testing, it was closer to 15 to 20 hours depending on the volume and mode, which is still more than enough for a full day. The case holds an additional 5 full charges, giving you well over 100 hours of use before you need to plug the case in again. Section 3. Putting it to the test in daily life. Specs and features are one thing, but how do they actually perform? This is where I was genuinely and quietly surprised. Test 1. The television test. I started with a common struggle, watching television with someone else. In general mode, the effect was immediate. I could keep the TV at a normal volume for everyone else, while the dialogue came through to me with newfound clarity. The background music in the show was present but didn't overpower the voices, a common failure of cheaper devices. Test 2. The conversation test. Next, I wore them while having a conversation with an air conditioner running in the background. I switched to the noise reduction mode. The change was subtle, but powerful. The hum of the AC seemed to fade away, while my partner's voice became the clear focal point. I wasn't straining to catch words, the conversation just flowed. The processor was clearly doing its job. Test 3. The cafe test. This was the ultimate test. A busy coffee shop, the clatter of cups, the hiss of the espresso machine, the murmur of a dozen conversations. This is a nightmare environment for someone with hearing loss. In noise reduction mode, I sat across from a friend and prepared myself. And honestly, I was very impressed. It didn't create a bubble of silence, that's not what hearing aids do. But it took that overwhelming wall of sound and tamed it. The sharp noises were softened, and my friend's voice was pulled forward, allowing me to follow our conversation. Several reviews called it a game changer for cafes, and I can now understand why they used that word. Section 4, What I believe you'll like, and what you should consider. After thorough testing, here is my balanced breakdown. What I believe you'll like: pros: excellent sound clarity, the 16-channel processing is the real deal. It does a very good job of enhancing speech and reducing background noise. Genuinely useful sound modes. The 3 modes are distinct and effective in the situations they were designed for. Truly discreet design, these are tiny, lightweight, and virtually invisible when worn. They are perfect for anyone concerned about the appearance of wearing a hearing aid. Incredible ease of use. The simple one-touch control makes this perfect for seniors or anyone who is not tech-savvy and would be overwhelmed by apps. Fantastic battery life. With all-day power in the aids and over 100 hours with the case, battery anxiety is not a concern. Exceptional value. The level of technology you get for under $200 is, in my experience, unmatched in this specific market segment. What you should consider: cons: no Bluetooth or app control. This is the biggest trade-off. You cannot stream music or phone calls. This is an intentional choice for simplicity, but it's a feature some users might miss. Not for severe hearing loss, let's be very clear. This device is designed for individuals with mild to moderate hearing loss. If your hearing loss is more severe, you will need a more powerful, professionally fitted device. Please speak to an audiologist. Fit is essential. Like any hearing aid of this style, a perfect seal is crucial. If you use the wrong size ear tip, you can experience some whistling or feedback. Taking the time to find the right tip from the 5 pairs provided is essential to your success with them. Section 5. Who is this actually for? So, who is the ideal person for the Tamor TM6120 Mini Pro? This is perfect for the first-time hearing aid user who is hesitant to spend thousands but wants a genuine solution, not a cheap amplifier. It's for the person with mild to moderate hearing loss who struggles to hear in noisy restaurants, needs to turn the TV up too loud, or feels they are missing parts of family conversations. It is absolutely ideal for a senior or any individual who values simplicity. If you have a parent or grandparent who would be overwhelmed by apps and pairing, the take them out of the case and go functionality is a massive benefit. However, this is not for someone with severe or profound hearing loss. It is also not for the user who wants to stream audio and have granular control over every frequency through a phone app. CTA and conclusion. So, we come back to the big question: is the Tamor TM6120 Mini Pro a worthwhile device? My answer is an unequivocal yes. For years, I believed you had to spend at least $500 to $1,000 to get a decent, entry-level hearing device. This proves that is no longer the case. The combination of its digital processing, effective noise reduction, and incredible ease of use creates a package that delivers on its promises. It is a genuine, effective tool that can meaningfully improve the quality of life for someone with mild to moderate hearing loss. It bridges that massive gap between doing nothing and spending a fortune. If you've been on the fence, frustrated by high costs and cheap alternatives, this is a device I would confidently suggest you look into. I'll leave a link in the description below. And now I want to hear from you. What has been your biggest challenge when it comes to hearing in your daily life? Is it restaurants, the TV, or something else entirely? Let me know your story in the comment section below. Your experience could help someone else who is going through the same thing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.